Hi guys, this is Androidpipe.com and I'm here with a game called Skyward. I'm playing it on the Allview X1 Xtreme Mini. The game is available for free in the Play Store and people thought it was going to be a Monument Valley ripoff. It only imitates its style, but the gameplay is totally different. It's addictive, it's annoying and it's interesting. Okay, so the idea is to get that spinning circle to overlap onto the tiles in front of you, above you, below you, or in a diagonal from you. Thus you can evolve further, but you have a limited amount of time since the circle that's spinning is getting smaller and smaller. This game is called an endless climbing title and I just took 22 steps. The idea is to get as many steps as possible, and when you reach a certain landmark, new architectural structures will be unlocked and you can enjoy new constructions. As you can see, the visual style is very similar to Monument Valley. Some gamers were outraged by that. They consider this a copycat of sorts. Well, since the makers of Monument Valley didn't complain about it, I guess there is no problem. The inspiration comes from the Escher Labyrinths, if I'm not mistaken. It's an architectural wonder, this title. We got birds flying by, we got temples, and the architecture is constantly reassembling around us. Some tiles will have effects. One of them is to slow down the spinning, another one is to fasten it up. As you can see here, I just slow down the spinning. There is also a tile that will make your circle spin in reverse. I just got 20 and let's see the options here. You can go to your browser, you can cut the sound, you can view the scores, and you can see who developed the game, or you can tap the screen. Of course, view an ad. This is a free game funded by ads and it's very simple. It's a one-tap game, very intuitive. I just changed the rotation of that little circle. The thing about the game is that it's very addictive. You will never play it just once. You'll probably end up playing it about 20 times before you get bored, do something else, get reminded about the game and play some more. You will always want to know what comes next after you reach 40 or 60 steps, and new architectural structures will be available. I can tell you there is a stepping stone at level 40, you unlock new structures, also level 50, 60 and so on. I've already reached 60 if I remember correctly, and here we are 45. The best was 57, so not yet 60. Once I get to 60, I will unlock a new structure. The only bad thing about this game, so to say, is that you have to do it all over again. There is no checkpoint as far as I know. It would be nice if we had more levels and we could get further. Once we reach 100 or so, it would be nice if you can change the building or the structure. I haven't reached that high, but maybe those of you who have can tell me if there's an extra structure following this one, although I highly doubt that. I guess the maker of the game wouldn't want to get into trouble for ripping off Monument Valley further. Speaking of maker of the game, the company is called Ketchup. They made the famous game 2048 or 2048, however you want to call it, a brilliant puzzle that got everyone crazy about numbers, and that one was initially considered a copycat as well. We considered a clone of the game Trees, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so sometimes it's very easy to get into a pattern with these tiles, but don't get used to that because you can lose your pattern once you hit the reverse rotate tile. Addictive game, calming music, as you can well hear, and the whole atmosphere reminds me of Monument Valley, but once again, if those guys aren't pressing charges and they're not saying that the game is copied, it's simply not. Okay, so we have a lot of tiles with symbols here. The speed has increased and we died. It's a very simple game, there's not much to review here. We cannot talk about multiplayer, there is none. We cannot talk about graphics, it's all Monument Valley-like. And the gameplay is one tap, endless climbing, trying to achieve the highest score possible while facing tiles and new architectural structures. Let's see if we can get to 60, although that would be a wonder. Always keep in mind there's a bit of a time limit. Your circle is getting smaller, and if you're getting into a rhythm, the rhythm will be spoiled by the reverse rotate tile. So it's better not to get into a rhythm. close. Okay, so now be careful here. Got movable tiles and we lost by not synchronizing with the tile. Okay, so you can unlock new architectural shapes, you play with symbols. Ketchup made the game. It's an endless climbing title. We got randomly generated buildings. As you can see, each time we start, the building looks a different way. You walk up walls. The game has lots of ads, limited time, but I have to say it's addictive and fun. Some people may find it monotonous. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It was launched at the end of January, so it's a fresh title. So from Androidpipe.com, 8 out of 10 for Skyward.